Okay, so we've got an audio IC. Common issue, been seeing it for quite a while on the iPhone 7 Plus series. So this one's coming in as a mail-in repair. I've already pulled the board, or did all the screws internally, so I'll just make the video a bit quicker. But you can see if I make a call that you're going to have a speaker grayed out. Where are we? So speaker's grayed out, can't hit it, got no audio. The other thing that I normally look for is voice record. It doesn't play. Thank you. Thank you. That's posty. And that's our buzzer at the back. So common issues: voice recorded fails, mic fails, earpiece fails, speakerphone fails. So thought it'd be a good chance to do an audio IC repair and whack it online. Often get a few people asking us, what it entails. I do already have a video up that was just doing the IC, so I figure we might need another one up. So we'll just get this board out, which I'll need to take the SIM card tray out. Okay, so we have motherboard, 7 Plus, sometimes we get motherboards in after they've been to another repairer. Okay, so I'm back again. Had to pause that just so I can go and serve a customer. I was called out by one of my staff. Where were we? Yep. So what I was going to say actually is that sometimes people put little plastic pieces underneath the board just so they can get connectivity, because what happens is that pressing down on the audio IC actually gives you connection on the fraction pad. So there's fraction pads that cause the audio to fail, and it's a design fault, and it's basically from where the SIM card tray sits in. If you have a look at the board, where it actually goes into, you've got your SIM card tray there, audio IC is pretty much close to directly there, and you've got the flexibility of the board there that gives it the fracture. The balls tend to move away, or the actual line actually fractures and then loses connection from where you should get a diode reading to the board, to the ball, where the pad is, and that's lost. So what we do is we're actually we're going to remove the IC and run some traces. So we usually run 4 traces. If I can get the ZXW up. Yeah, there we go. So I'm not sure, I should probably restarted this. Yeah. Just let that load again. I'll just get this shield off while that's loading. Kind of off. iPhone. Plus. Still loading. Just throw it on my other monitor. What's going on here? And we're frozen. Okay. Okay, so it's got C12, F12, H12 and J12 is the ones that we actually run traces to. Alright, so just getting this shield off. Audio IC there. Okay, so I'll be able to take that off now. Just cover, shield the rest of the board a bit. So different people do this different way. And some use a soldering iron to just heat and then pull the chip up. Some use hot air. So my preference is still hot air. And I seem to be happy to keep going that way. And haven't had any issues with it, so get this IC off. I'll just put a bit of heat to it first, and then I'll run some flux to it. Don't need that. So there we've got the ICs off, well, IC off. If I can show you there, like they're the traces that we're going to run. So there, there and there. So I'll just clean this board up, clean the pads. Iron. I usually try and do this fairly quickly after I've taken the IC off, just so we don't have thermal mass issues. Have thermal mass issues, you're going to have pads getting pulled up. So we don't want to pull up any pads. This actually doesn't look too bad. So normally you've got fractured pads, like normally NC pads, which are around this area a fair bit. So you can actually see the pads that are missing. So here's where we're going to run our first jumper. So I'll just get some wire. I might just broken that right off. It's not what I wanted. Okay, where's our wire? Getting these wires where you want it is not always easy. I'm not sure whether to use a focus there at the moment. No, there's my wire, and you're not focused. That's where I'm going. All right. That's our first wire. Stanley's a bit dirty, so we use surgical knives, cut the wire pretty fine. Solder on this may help. I don't think this is the tip I usually use either. One of my other techs may have changed it on me on another job. Definitely thicker. That's just not sticky. Where's my good tips? Ah, there it is. Let's get this changed. JBC tips are terrible to get off with the way they're supposed to work. Let's try that again. It's better. Tweezers are going on me as well. And next on the bottom. So now we have all four of our jumpers on. I'll give it a bit of a clean first and I'll focus it up a bit more so you can actually see. Okay. So there we have four jumpers. So now what I need to do is put some paste, conformal coating on it and let it sit to cure. And there we have it. The only thing I'm not going to be able to show you is how we cure it, because my UV light is just over here. Actually, I may be able to do this for this job, just for now. So that UV light. That's pretty cool. So after that cures, we should be able to put our audio IC on. So you can reball them and put the original one on if you haven't damaged it, taken it off. So if you have even the smallest chip on the ICs, that can actually cause it to malfunction as well. So, but I'll be whacking the new one on this one today because reballing is not on my list for today. So we'll get that put on there. So this doesn't really need to be on there for too long, just a minute or two is usually enough for it to cure. Just means that the wires don't have to or won't move while you're putting the IC on, so it just helps them secure a little bit better. And again, some people don't even do that, so just preference, I suppose. So we're recording this video while we have COVID-19 as well, so coronavirus lockdowns. We're in Victoria, so we don't have the option to get out and about much at the moment. They're talking about releasing stage 3 and softening some of the restrictions, so we may be able to go and see family and some friends after this weekend, so that should be good. I'm sure my kids will want to get out and about and see their friends. They're starting to miss their friends. So I'm hoping everyone's been safe and away from this coronavirus and keeping healthy. I wish our Geelong community is all healthy and well. We haven't really had too much of a scare down here. Shopping centres have been closed. We've got Westfield next to us, Market Square next to us. When you walk through there, it's like a ghost town, so that should come alive after this weekend a little bit. Have maybe a few more restaurants, or not restaurants, takeaway cafes opening up again, and some retail outlets opening up again, so should get people out and about again. Alright, so I reckon that's good to go. I'll wake this back up to where it was. Switch on, put my light back on, and that looks pretty good. So I'll get my board holder, pop it back in there. I really need to fix my focus from my scope to the camera, as in the distance that you see on this video when you're viewing it. I'm probably another 5mm further up, so my view is not too good through the scope at the moment, but she'll be right. should be able to sort that out and get this IC on still. I don't want too much on this, although that's still too much. I'll just take a bit of that off. Okay, so we'll cover up our board again, shield off the rest of the components from heat. Grab one of my ICs. Right way around. To get the right orientation, you just can't put these ICs in anyway. So you can see your marker on the top left there, and that's generally called A1. So you'll see that is A1 there. So if you look at ZXW, go back over. Whoops, A1's there, and that's your marker. Alright, let's get this IC back on. Hopefully we've got a working audio IC. There wrong plugs. That one's blocked. Alright, I'm going to have to zoom in on this one, sorry guys. I need to see it drop, so if I can get that much of it infused. There we go. That just dropped then. So that should be all good there. So we won't pick up the board yet because it's hot. Not just because we're going to burn our fingers, but if you start picking up boards when they're hot, when you've just dropped an IC, the solder still can move around, so you can start causing shorts. The IC will move around, so you need to wait for it to cool down. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty lined up. So you can see it lined up across there, 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 and there. across. Once it's cooled down, I can give it a bit of a clean, and we'll whack it back in its frame and give it a quick test and see whether it actually has the loudspeaker back and the voice recorder back. If so, then we had a success. If not, guess what I'll be doing? Re-pulling that IC. Hopefully not. Now it's not too warm in the shop, so temperature, your surrounding temperature can also affect the heat of your machine, your hot air station, as in if it's colder weather, may take a little bit longer, I mean a fraction longer to remove an IC or drop an IC. The warmer the weather is, the warmer the motherboard, even just going into your board holder, can make a difference as well. So I tend to find that temperature in winter, usually the board can cool down a lot better, but sometimes the ICs may take just that fraction longer for it to drop. Clean it first before we start sticking it everywhere. One thing I hate is solder paste left on motherboards when people do board level repairs. I like to be able to clean ours right up and make sure that there's no flux. On some repairs I'll actually whack it in the ultrasonic for a couple of seconds, just so flux is taken out of it underneath the IC as well. And flux is corrosive. Left on the board is not a good thing. Okay, slowly getting the board in, click in some of the cables just so we've got the board a bit stable in there. Staff working out the front at the moment serving customers, so it's nice to be able to be at the back and do what we need to do. So often I've got at least one person with me and looking after customers. Alright, to 7643. Alright, so we've got reception, which is a good sign. That means baseband's still there. If we do dial a dummy number again, I just dial 1555, we'll see we've got speaker. dull till it blocked at the bottom. Oh, sorry, that wasn't speaker, that was the earpiece, so that was pretty high. And we've got speakerphone, and my dummy call hung up. Let me just redial that again.
Contact center service. You may be called again in the future. Thank you.
So that's good. And voice dial. So remember before, when we hit the record button, there was no record symbol coming through. Now we should have that as well, so we can see that it's recording. We should have that as well, so we can see that it's recording. And that's done too. So don't like leaving my voice on people's phone. I don't have a singing voice. So phone's working, audio IC is back, we've got speakerphone back, and voice recorder back, mic, speakers, headphone jack should work fine too, so I'll do a test on that later as well, but that should be all good. It's a good sign, good outcome. We'll give this phone a bit of a clean up after we put it back together. We've been disinfecting all our phones after we finished the repairs, cleaning them up, making sure all the speaker contacts or speaker mesh is all clean, earpiece mesh is all clean. Just basically a thorough clean on the phones, and to make sure that customers have got a nice clean phone when they pick them up or when we send it back. So thank you again, and until next time, we'll see what we can come up with another video for you guys. I'll talk to you soon, and have a great day or a great night.